to the master sabi people them. Dr. Mafude Suaray and Nurse Kaye. Now this program well body na gently. Mr. Coco Pandoramites.
So I want me, we talk to them, two specialists here, but some basic things that make the average person understand what really they go on with child health in a salon. Because people that can hear you that they quote their number then, how would they bottom now human development index, but what that they really mean. And also some might not even understand or believe some of the number about how many Pekin they really they die unless, why I say unnecessarily, like prematurely, where they're not, maybe we'll go able for prevent then death, then they, if they look at some, statistics from UNICEF where they talk, say, about 70% of Pekin that will die before they turn 5 years old, now die the way be say, for able for prevent, then Pekin they not before die. We get something like, out of every 1,000 Pekin that will them born alive, 34 go die, inside that first month or two of their life. That's not boku Pekin then they. And I know so all, know somebody we don't lost Pekin, we born Pekin, we at least one time Pekin then die. We said when our family we get down there, and later I go play a little or hopefully a little video for me. Mama we go share your story, but this issue also. But first, welcome Dr. Bell, welcome Dr. Sise. If I can just say a quick word of greeting and then we will begin go into the question then.
Well, if I can start first, thank you very much. We want to invite you in this program, this very important topic. Fambude unakushe.
Mr. Wantaluna, thank you for inviting me to this program. I'm really glad you can join my colleague Dr. Bell and the host of this program for can talk about well body business and salon. So unakushe.
So Dr. Bell, the very first question is, what are the major cause of under 5 mortality rates in Sierra Leone?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Then a very, very, very important question. And I get for those who are very passionate about pediatric health in a salon. So if I talk too much, I'll give me a sign.
We go understand.
For calm things down a bit and stop wherever. But talking about the major causes of under 5 mortality in a salon, we all know one of the major causes, malaria. Then we can see chorus bottom. Malaria now one of the major causes of mortality of death. Now we hospital now all during Children's Hospital Cottage. About 30% of the Pekin where they die then they die of malaria. But when I get for nothing a specialized hospital, okay. What else? Diarrheal diseases them. The major cause of death na salon. Even though we don't start for immunize the small baby them against one of the major causes of diarrhea na salon, the rates down less, yes, but we still they encounter diarrheal disease. I shall say later on we will talk about what they cause them kind of thing. The acute respiratory infections, then are there infection the way then they cough, then they say they get cold. The Pekin get cold, you left on a house and then you left on too long, develop pneumonia, kind of hospital and then pass away. But for me, one of the major areas them we are passionate about pediatric care, but one of the main areas they were passionate about is neonatology. Then I then baby them, Dr. Fudi don't express that they, don't talk about that day from 0 to 28 days. Actually 0 to 2 months, sometimes and then we can include the second month. But actually in a 0 to 28 days, they don't talk and say 31 to 34 picking there of every 1,000 where they born, they die in that 28 days them, So a whole lot of these under 5 mortality. Now the neonates them, and 2/3 of the deaths when they die, they're preventable as well. Okay, now they're not so necessary immaculate. Yes, immaculate involved in that, but preventable. And I'm glad the way you don't talk about maternal health before they now talk about pediatric health, because it's very crucial. The maternal health very, very crucial for them baby then also for 0 to 28 days for let them survive. So then they die of sepsis, then they die of pneumonia. Anything and where you can actually prevent.
If you get question then una can send to question then on our Facebook page, on Twitter, on Instagram, or even email we na wellbodysalon@gmail.com. Again, this is Dr. Mafude Suaray.
Thank you for waiting to watch the video. Stay tuned for our next video.
Listen to this program.